Welcome to another Friday Face-Off, Toledo's Fox Sports 1230, 1230foxsports.com. It's Eric Chase by myself today. I'm facing off with me. I'm going to play both sides here. Justin Verlander, a big extension, which could eventually amount to $202 million. So, while the end of that deal, $22 million, a vesting option in the last year. He's at 180. Maybe he'll get it based on innings or health. Many years from now, he could say, hey, I'm the first $200 million pitcher in Major League Baseball. Eventually, in a couple of years, once this current deal runs out, he'll be making about $28 million a year. Richest annual average salary for pitchers in the game above Felix Hernandez. Justin Verlander is essentially going to be a Tiger for life, which I expected. He's a lot like Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter has been the heartbeat, the pulse of the Yankees as they've been a playoff team over the last 15 years. I view, and I think all Tigers fans view Justin Verlander that way. When he came along in 2006, it changed the attitude. It changed the fortune of the Tigers. He's been, Miguel Cabrera, Triple Crown MVP last year, and this has nothing to do with race, which was a topic last year, but Justin Verlander is a face of baseball and certainly the face of the Tigers. He's earned that money with his performance on the field, off the field. He's not getting any money for Kate Upton, but just being a face of Detroit, both the city and the community and the Tigers. So on the field, off the field, he's earned that money. He's here forever. The bad side is, well, one, they have yet to win a World Series. Now, I don't want to hear that Justin Verlander has pitched poorly in the World Series. I believe at some point he will be very good in the World Series. Whether that leads to the Tigers having a parade up in Detroit, down Woodward, we've got yet to see. They're certainly a favorite for me this year in the American League. But the size of that deal, I said before when they re-signed Anibal Sanchez, that probably means Max Scherzer's not going to be around. He's a Scott Boras client. So moving forward, it'll be Verlander. It'll be Sanchez. Maybe Fister. His free agency is a little farther away than Max Scherzer. So he'll be out of the picture. And to look way far ahead, a couple years from now, I believe Miguel Cabrera's got this year 14 and 15 on his deal. At that point, he'll be into his 30s. Maybe he should be on the downside of his career, the downside of his prime, most certainly. And hopefully by that point, the Tigers will have a World Series or two. And when it comes to considering re-signing Miguel Cabrera as Justin Verlander moves deeper into his career, more innings on that arm. Look, pitchers can't hold up forever. Look at Roy Halladay. Reduced velocity this spring. He could be finished. Johan Santana, he's going to make $25 million this year to not play. He's going to undergo more shoulder surgery. Next year, the Mets will pay him $5 million to go away. $30 million for 2 years not to pitch. Hopefully, at some point, the Tigers will have a World Series, and you don't have to worry about Justin Verlander aging, getting injured from all those years, all those innings, hopefully all those victories on his arm. And Cabrera, when the time comes, Tiger fans might have to move on from him, but that's down the road. But you're going to lose some players because you got Prince Fielder, you got Verlander, you got Sanchez. And the whole reason to hang on to Avisail Garcia, Nick Castellanos, Dave Dombrowski, all but said he's an untouchable. He'll be starting this year in Toledo. Maybe, just maybe, if he makes it to Detroit later this season, which he showed, or next year, if he shows he's the all-star of the future, maybe what you do is you do what the Rays did many, many years ago with Evan Longoria. And the Brewers did this with Ryan Braun. Hey, kid, how about 7 years, $50-some million? He's not an all-star yet. Why would you give him all that money? Well, so that you don't have to pay him, tens of millions of dollars down the road when his free agency comes up. He's the guy that supplants Miguel Cabrera when his contract ends. So it's great to have all these guys here now, and you hope it leads to a World Series. But eventually, Mike Ilitch won't be around. Maybe the future owner won't want to pay all these salaries. Players will have to be let go. You'll have an aging Verlander. You'll have an aging fielder. And what you have is the Yankees, where they've got more money to start the season on the DL than they do on the field, and they very well could finish in last place. Hopefully, by the time the Tigers have to deal with situations like that, they've got a World Series or two. See, I played both sides of the coin. Every day you should go to What I'm Reading, 1230foxsports.com. Come back next week for a Friday Face-Off, Toledo's Fox Sports 1230.